Did you have some sense of wanting to be an entrepreneur? Let me back up just a second. This podcast, other than people having to listen to some of my ramblings, is about entrepreneurs and business and kind of where I came from and all of the different businesses that I've had. And I have a zealotry for getting the word out about being entrepreneurs. So I'm fascinated by people who even use the word entrepreneur as a 7-year-old. What's your, did you always think I wanted to be in business for myself, or some combination as you were going to school, or how did this come about?
Well, when I started that business, it's kind of, looking back, it's a weird thing because I actually just did it because I thought it would be kind of fun. And at the time it seemed totally normal, but looking back, I'm like, that's a little odd that I would think at 8 years old, like, oh, I should start a business and try to make money and do all those things. But it was just something I was interested in. And I don't even remember how I got the idea, but I was the only one in my neighborhood who did that. And I did it for about 3 years. And in the summertime, I would get really busy because I'd get referrals and it was so easy. All I had to do was like throw out a couple flyers and then people would call me.
Right.
And so I had this like disillusion about what, like, business is so easy.
There's
all you
nothing
do,
to it, is
you
there?
just hang your shingle and people come to you.
Right. Yes.
And that is not true, as I found out. But it was a fun introduction to being a business owner. And I think through that experience, I kind of got the bug and realized that I wanted to use my creative abilities and talents and just kind of what I was good at. And I always would get in trouble for like talking too much in class, and I had sort of like an authority issue. And so I knew early on that I might have a hard time working for other people as well.
Wow. Yes. I've never heard it put quite like that, but I as soon as you said that, I identified 100% with that. I was an employee until I was 28 years old, and I was a really good employee. I probably had 20, 25 different jobs, but I was a really good employee. But it took me a while to mature into realizing that beholding to other people. I mean, I hate that I have a bank line of credit, right? I hate beholding to anybody. So I identify with that for sure. So you start that thing when you're young, you go to college. Did you have any sense that this is what you wanted to do? You wanted to go into exit planning and financial planning?
So my dad was back in the old days when it's a dirty word now, but stockbroker.
Yes.
So my dad was a stockbroker.
That's a good point. They don't use that word anymore, do they?
I didn't notice that. It's wealth manager now,
yes.
Or financial advisor or financial planner.
You're right. Mm-hmm. Stockbroker.
But back in the day, slinging stocks.
Sure. Yeah, that's right.
So he did that. He was doing that when I was born. And it was funny because sometimes if my mom was out of town or something, he would end up taking me along to client meetings, and he'd be like, "Hey, this is Ashley. She's going to take over for me someday." And I'd be like, "No, I'm not. I'm going to do whatever, something else." And so I never really wanted to be a business owner, work in business. In fact, I remember thinking when I was in early college, like late high school, early college, if I ever work an office job, just kill me now.
Right.
I don't want to sit at a desk all day. Like, that is my idea of torture. And but then I went to college, had no idea what I wanted to major in. So I picked business because I thought, well, it's at least I could do something with that.
Yeah.
And then
as do a lot of people. As much as we talk to people, we run into that all the time.
Yeah.
Is that they're like, I didn't know what to do, so I just took a business course.